with no further ado, let's start digging into our agenda. Saulius, will you explain how to win the battle of total cost of ownership with Qlik Cloud?
Hello, nice to meet you. Well, today we will be talking a lot of regular buzzwords, daily buzzwords like going cloud, what is cloud, what it's about, why we need to think, seriously thinking, and why we need to change today and now. And actually, to make any move or to make a change, we as rational beings and business owners, we think that we need to make a sound decision balanced on the estimation of the cost of tangible and intangible benefits, what it will give. And what is interesting that usually we have our duties today, running processes today. We will incur costs when doing the change, but benefits will come only later. And in this regard, I would say that Qlik as a vendor, which has a huge customer base, actually struggling with what we are struggling here. Also that customers are very comfortable using Qlik how they used to be for 10 or 20 or 5 years. And this is exactly the question, how to create awareness and how to ignite and reinforce the mindset of our customers to make the bold move. What do you think? Why our customers are that comfortable without change?
Yeah, the first what comes to our mind is that Qlik still functions perfectly where it is currently on-premise solutions. And the saying is that if it works, don't change it.
Yeah.
And there are important processes that are feeding the data to the Qlik, and nobody wants to disturb that process, of course.
Yeah.
But when thinking about the idea to move to the cloud, there are at least 3 components that I think we should consider. First, we can reduce hardware costs, license costs, maintenance costs in the cloud. But on the other hand, there is a project costs related to movement to the cloud.
Yeah.
But to justify all of that, at the end is what value companies can gain from Qlik in the cloud. And I think for us as a human beings, it's important to have this trigger point. Why exactly now we have to move to the cloud? Why we can sleep with this idea and maybe decide after a month, after 6 months, and every 6 months we can think the same.
Yeah, I agree. From my point of view, I would say that we as resellers, consultants, partners, so all these Qlik user community selling entities, we were also very careful about our customers, and we see the running processes. And this is, if you come into the room, the message should be very sound, not just go to cloud, but actually you should be ready to help your customers to go cloud. And it's a different thing if help new customer go cloud, when you have a possibility to do everything fresh based on all modern technologies. And to my understanding, it's an absolutely different thing when you already have a mature running customer with several hundreds of users or even more, with lots of data, with lots of structure, many visualizations. And what is very important is that during these decades, our customers created so much analytical content that actually it's a very heavy lifting now. And as in every heavy lifting, at first maybe we can think what we need to lift, what is needed, what is not. And that means that it's a mutual process, again, that we need to engage with our customers and help them sort out what was created, to rethink the values, what is valuable, what needs to be created. And especially because in cloud, we have absolutely different measures, as we will talk, right? So as on the ground, we are free to create, we can free to touch any data, it's not limited, and we're limited on people, right? So in the cloud, as we will see today, there are a bit different rules where we have a bit disproportion changed, right?
But in the cloud, I would say the all major innovations coming from the platform vendors are happening exactly in the cloud, like artificial intelligence, large language models. They all require the infrastructure which are almost impossible for on-premise customers to think about or develop by themselves. And this innovation speed is very rapid. And maybe another argument is that even most conservative business area like ERP systems, we see currently that a lot of customers are lifting also the ERP to the cloud. And since the source systems like ERP or CRM, I think it's a long time ago in different cloud spaces, since the source are already in the cloud, why shall we have the analytics on premise if the source is in the cloud?
Yeah. Well, actually, Qlik conducted a very interesting study, which is all about what is the total cost of ownership when going to cloud and more it's oriented for existing Qlik customers. And this can provide us a model about how to structure our thinking, how to calculate the gains and costs and how to balance them, what is the net present value after such a move. And the average, it was Forrester Research, a consulting company, who interviewed Qlik customers, existing Qlik customers, around I think 4 of them, very different sizes. And based on that, they build an average model with the results, so what is the composite organization, which is an average of these question companies? It's quite large. It's a global company with 5 billion of turnover and 5,000 of employees. However, the number of users of Qlik is very small, like 150. On the other hand, I would say it's an interesting profile because we at Infotrust have that size of the customer. And what is more interesting, that findings of Forrester is very similar what we made as an estimation for that customer. Yeah, and how to use the model for the smaller companies, which consists of 90% of our customers, that the results are percentage and proportions. So it is very easy and possible to use the model as such and then to compare to the benchmark. So in this relation, I would say that Maris, as we both studied this document, let's discuss about the findings of it. And the first question we could touch is what were specific challenges before going cloud? What could be done better?
Yeah, in this study, the one of things highlighted was that before or traditionally for decades, user price was based per user, and hence it was like very often discussion. Shall we provide analytics to these people or to this department, and do everyone in the department needs analytics, or we can limit only with a couple of main management people with the dashboards and KPIs for their job. And this is what the cloud analytics and unlimited user license that it provides with the capacity-based pricing is one of the values that is broadening the user base to almost everyone in company have no limits. Why not to use analytics?
What a topic. Okay, so let's continue. After moving to cloud, these customers, what they pointed out as major gains? What changed? What is the core?
Yeah, but besides productivity and other aspects that are common with the cloud, that you don't worry about administration, about the hardware and other overheads of maintaining it running. It's more about the new capabilities, like you can get the innovations from the cloud, like artificial intelligence, machine learning capabilities that even can enhance your ability to do more with the data.
Yeah. Usually when we talk in a simplistic model, usually if I'm doing a move and a change, I would like to expect more revenue, right, at the end. Was it quantified somehow in the document?
Yes. From this estimate, they had noticed that this composite, on average, organization have gained additional sales around more than $600,000. But keeping in mind that it was a value not gained from every business area within the organization. The estimate was that analytics was still as in an early stage used by just 1/5 of the organization. So there's a lot of untapped potential in that number.
Yeah, so it correlates somehow that if moving to cloud and having more capacities, having more possibilities to deliver data and analytics to other departments, other users, there could be even more additional gains, right?
Yes, it would definitely drive the data literacy within the organization, so everyone within the organization can make data-based decisions that we call data culture.
Okay, so certainly there are quantifiable benefits, and what they were as a main point. Maybe you just mentioned them?
Yeah, this return of investment was around 200. It was over 200%. So surely it's a great number.
Yeah. And as in any progress, right, we save some manual jobs, right, everywhere with any move. So here in Qlik world, I suppose we can hit data and analysis as such. It could be more performant. What about that?
Yeah, times more efficient data analysis or time spent was reduced by over 1/3. And data preparation that was saving of half of the time that used before to prepare the data for the analytics. So it was half of that on the second and third year.
Okay. So benefit side is more or less modeled, and what is interesting that in this document actually there are very clear tables, very well structured, very well calculated, very good summaries, and the document is quite long. That's why we are like acting as GPT, summarizing that. But in one or another way, I offer that use the link in the delivered presentations after the event and download. And those who are more or less close to the decision, you can make a very easy final decision after going through this, because that will be very balanced and based on the model. Okay, so if looking forward now, once the company is migrating or migrated already to the cloud, what's next? Where the additional value will come from?
Yeah, the additional value should come also from artificial intelligence capabilities of the new things that are not currently present in the cloud, but which are provided like we'll share later today. For example, the Qlik data integration capabilities, which all the Qlik customers have in the cloud as free of charge for making the data more real time, so reducing decision latency time for it, and there are many upcoming innovations coming in the cloud.
Yeah.
But I think from the study, so basically what I thought, that three things that come to my mind first is license subscription costs in the cloud should be less than be more beneficial, reduced hardware costs, but project costs is as an expense, but then there is value, and I think this study can be really good example how to build a business case for the organization to try to quantify the potential gains and benefits, and then do this potential gains in the future, which for gap analysis, what you have currently on premise and what you potentially might have in the cloud. And
Yeah, so we have a background of our industry. Data sources are moving to cloud. Our competitors are relocating and migrating, uplifting all their assets. What we as a company now, we are as a Qlik partners and Qlik partner community. I think that from one side we were quite careful ourselves in showing this direction, but actually it has an easy explanation, because once you see that customers in a very intensive, very happy way, they are capturing this daily value from data, and you understand that this will be one or another way disruption. So what we were capturing, and we were not wasting time these last years, we were implementing or starting the cloud journey with the new customers, where it's a bit more easy in order to understand which other principles you need to put in place when deploying in cloud. And then we really put good efforts, I would say, exploring how others are doing with migration. And annual event, Qlik annual event today was full of information. The blogosphere is indicating that the moment of truth is now approaching. All best practices are in place, and I would say that partners are really ready and hungry to help in this journey for our customers. And also another trend would be that why now? Because Qlik is indicating in any possible way that there are better ways of doing business now in the cloud with analytics and with data.
yes, and I think this now part we will uncover during our today's following presentations, and will guide everyone through how this process can be, how to lift that value that you have on premise currently in your analytics, but not only to lift it up for sake to be in the cloud, but I think the most important part is that to also unlock the data for machine learning capabilities that I think is a buzzword currently, but there's this hype cycle of big expectations and then disappointments, but at some point during the next decade there will be a point when this really will kick in and provide insights and prescriptive analytics capabilities that we are talking like 10 years ago about to the businesses. But to be ready for that, the data shall be there where these artificial intelligence platforms can work with that data. But the most importantly also to have it in the secure environment, in government environment, and our data track will be focusing exactly on that point.
Yeah, thank you for natural discussion, because you talk AI and ML, and in my head is always data management. Put it first, and data governance, and that's most probably that's why we naturally, before jumping into the next let's say decade or agenda around AI, we need to put the things first. And the whole afternoon today, the second half of the event, is oriented only on the data management, but not because of the data management as such, right? So what's the meaning for this agenda structure?
Yeah, it's about to basically unlock the data for this use case, to unclutter the existing. Sometimes in some organizations there are spaghetti of scripting done, and how to unclutter that part into more structured way, and modern data platforms provide that capability for sure. And also for artificial intelligence, we probably all heard in the schools, garbage in, garbage out. So data management is a way how to sort that garbage and not give it to the artificial intelligence. Otherwise, it will hallucinate a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So from this session, we can take out that there is an economical model built about how to evaluate the benefits of moving cloud. It's very structured. The companies can start building their own business cases and inputting their presumptions, their numbers. After that, they can compare it with a benchmark, which is documented and given well. And that's one point, right? So rational. And the second point is that why now? Why not to get these benefits after half a year or 1 year? That will be our next presentation and our next session, right?
Yes.
Okay.